Friends, let us know the syllabus for UG Language English of second semester BCom, BBA and other courses coming under the Faculty of Commerce and Management as per NEP 2020 of Bengaluru North University for the academic year 2021 onwards. Well, I am Professor Venkatama BR, Assistant Professor of English at Government First Grade College, Gudibande. Friends, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe and hit the bell button for all the notifications and like my videos and share it to your friends. Friends, in this syllabus there are two parts. The first part is called as Workbook. Second part is called as Coursework, wherein we are going to study from the textbook called Perceptions. While in the workbook, there are again two units. The first unit is receptive skills. In this receptive skills, we are going to study reading skills and listening skills. There are 6 chapters prescribed in this unit 1. Let us know those things one by one. The first chapter is titled as Caption Writing, Identify the title of the passage. The second chapter is titled as Vocabulary Building, Derivatives, Synonyms, Homonyms, Collocations. The third chapter is Identify the meaning from the paragraphs. The fourth chapter is Listening Skills, Barriers to Listening. The fifth chapter is Listening Principles. The sixth chapter is Comprehensive Listening, Paragraphs on Movies and Sports. Unit 2 is titled as Productive Skills, wherein we are going to learn speaking skills and writing skills. In this again we have 6 chapters. Chapter 7 of this syllabus is titled as Types of Communication. Chapter 8 is titled as Active and Passive Voice. Chapter 9 is titled as Reported Speech. Chapter 10 is titled as Dialogue Writing. Chapter 11 is titled as News Writing. And Chapter 12, Essay Writing. This is all about part 1. This covers the maximum portion of the syllabus. It covers for 40 marks. The second important part of the syllabus is part 2. This covers 20 marks from the examination point of view. Well, there is a textbook prescribed by the university titled as Perceptions 2. In this textbook, we are going to learn 5 chapters. Let us know the important and interesting things in those chapters. Let us study one by one. The first chapter is titled as Money. It is written by Muppula Ranganayakamma. Muppula Ranganayakamma, known as Ranganayakamma, born in the year 1939, is a leading Telugu feminist Marxist writer and critic. She wrote a story about the social evil of dowry in Telugu. It is titled as The Dabbu. It was translated as Money in English. In this story, the prospective son-in-law desires an amount of 1 crore rupees as dowry from the bride's father. He thinks that, though taking a share in the property fetches him 10 rupees more value, he opts to take the money as his wife would inherit the property. He reasons that the dowry as the money would belong to him. Finally, he settles for the value of the property, rupees 1 crore and 10 rupees. Bride's father pays him the amount in 10 paisa coins. Coins worth 1 crore and 10 rupees are stored in the bag in a shed. Soon after wedding, the son-in-law counts the coins to make sure that he gets his demand fulfilled. After counting for 24 years, he finds the amount less than 40 paisa. Meanwhile, his father-in-law passes away. His wife marries another person, and his wife's daughter grows to be a young woman. He misses all this of the outside world. Hence, the daughter decides not to marry either a man with property or a man who demands dowry. The mother smiles at her decision in complete agreement. The lesson ponders over giving equal property to both sons and daughters. The example of a man who spent 24 years counting 10 paisa coins might look exaggerated, but grooms will count rupees for 24 hours. The second chapter is titled as Cartooning. It is written by R.K. Laxman. This lesson is an extract from the autobiography The Tunnel of Time by the famous cartoonist R.K. Laxman. In this part, he recalls his school days. It is a story of a small town boy who came to the big city in pursuit of his passion drawing. And R.K. Laxman became the most celebrated cartoonist in India and the world. At the very beginning of their passage, we come to understand that even as a young boy, Laxman had a keen eye for details after reading his description of the appearance of his school teacher. He remembers one incident at the school which highlighted his talent for writing pictures. His teacher once ordered the students to draw a leaf and examine the work by the students. When Laxman's work came to him, it took an alarmingly long time to look at the work. Laxman was so surprised and happy when the teacher showed it to the entire class and told, "See how nicely Laxman had drawn the picture." He told Laxman that he would be a great artist one day. Laxman says that his teacher's appreciation encouraged him and motivated him to firmly resolve to become an artist. He once sketched his father as a Roman senator, which earned his father's ire and his mother's appreciation. Laxman says that he lost interest in studies, sports, and socializing as he grew up. The present excerpt brings out how moral stories had a great impact on Halkar Laxman's creativity. He remembers one poem about a cow called Punyakoti grazing along with others in its herd. The author recalls one more poem about the woodcutter, which was known to all the Kannadigas of that era. Laxman remembers another incident in his school days. He recollects one of the arithmetic classes where the teacher instructed all the students to copy the problem from the board and solve it. He was weak in mathematics and always had a fear of that subject. He says that he was frightened of mathematics but was drawn to history. Laxman recalls an incident when his arithmetics teacher punished him for his caricaturing like a tiger cub. Laxman is nostalgic when he tells us that the unpleasant incident was rather beneficial. This incident had a great impact on his future career. Let us move to the third lesson titled as Homeless in the Global Village. It is written by Vandana Shiva. Vandana Shiva is an Indian physicist and social activist. The current essay, Homeless in the Global Village, is taken from the book Ecofeminism, jointly authored by Maria Mais and Vandana Shiva. She argues how developmental activities uproot the ecological and cultural bonds with nature. According to Vandana Shiva, global market integration and the creation of a level playing field of the transitional capital create conditions for homelessness in real and imaginary ways. The tribal people are made physically homeless by being uprooted from the soil of his or her ancestors. Cumulative displacement caused by colonialism, development, and the marketplace had made homelessness a cultural characteristic of the late 20th century. She believes that dams, mines, and energy plants and military bases are the temples of new religion called development. Nature's life and people's life is sacrificed at the altar of the new religion. She urges that the soil and society, the earth and its people are intimately connected. But development destroyed the bonding between man and nature. The author discusses the Gandhamardana movement. She says that Gandhamardana was desecrated by Bharat Aluminium Corporation, Balco, to mine for bauxite. Mount Amarakantaka, the source of the rivers Narmada, Sone and Mahanadi, to be targeted for reserves. The tribal homelands in the Chota Nagpur plateau were being destroyed to mine coal and iron ore and build dams on its rivers. Suvarnareka Dam was built to provide industrial water for the expanding steel city of Jamshedpur. Baliapali farmers rejected the compensation offers because the cash cannot compensate for broken links with the soil which nurtured and sustained generations of Baliapala farmers. Now let's come to the fourth chapter. It is a poem titled as Caged Bird. It is written by Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou was an American author, actress, screenwriter, dancer, poet, and civil rights activist. Maya Angelou's poem Caged Bird, published in the year 1983, is a celebration of African American resilience and dignity. Employing a simple metaphor, birds, Angelou powerfully evokes the pain and rage of one who is oppressed by contrasting it with carefree and willful ignorance of one who is free. The poem Caged Bird highlights the difference between freedom and slavery. A free man enjoys opportunities in life and looks for more. But a human being whose liberty has been taken away has frustration and anguish. He has nothing to look forward to in his life. The poem Caged Bird gives us a comparison between bird in a cage and a free bird. The generations of women who are deprived of economic and social equality were deprived of education and participation in male-dominated society are compared to birds in a cage. The wings have been clipped off and their feet are tied down. The free bird enjoys flight and waits for the new gust of wind to take another flight. But the caged bird cannot open its wings. Its feet are useless for flights. It has to look at the world through the bars of the cage in frustration. Thus the poet exhorts the world about the anguish of black women who have suffered centuries of ill treatment in a racist and male-dominated society. Let us come to the fifth chapter. This lesson is titled as Wall. It is a poem. It is written by D.S. Halkar. D.S. Halkar is a renowned Marathi poet who has paid much attention to sensational subjects such as gender issues and the oppression of Dalits. The poem Wall is originally written by D.S. Halkar in Marathi and later translated into English by Ashok Chakrabarti and Priya Adarkar. The poem Wall describes the contract taken by the writer to demolish the wall. The wall has both literal and metaphorical significance. The world has been divided based on caste, creed, religion, race, color, etc. The man has created artificial walls. In the name of walls, there is violence, discrimination, bloodshed, and death. The poet metaphorically uses the word wall, meaning obstacles of thinking conservatively about other castes, creed, religion, etc. He wants to demolish the walls or the blacks people have in their minds. Countries have fought with each other for their dominance over one another. These walls built by grandpas have become tough over a while. They build these walls to protect human beings from the external threats. Some people tried to demolish the walls, but they were criticized, attacked, and their hands become bloodied by the cruel conservatives who want these walls to be continued. The poet ironically says that for some countries their flags succeeded in fluttering at the cost of destroying others. He was made mute by these walls when he was reading history. These walls had drugged them with opium. He condemns people who are engrossed in politely hiding and protecting these walls. He wishes to break these walls and become a compass to them. He knows that it is not easy to finish it right away, but at least takes the initiative in this task. He wishes to smash these walls so that spacious and lovely new houses will take birth, that is peaceful and loving, all without any bias and fixed opinion about others. He welcomes those in that house who can endure space wide enough to gallop in, or else they are welcome to die. He sarcastically says that he will offer memorial prayers to those who do not want to live in such a lovely and peaceful house, breaking all kinds of walls. Friends, that is all for this session. Hope we shall meet in the next session. I am sure that you enjoyed this session. We shall meet in the next session. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.